idcwoodcraft.com.
Hashtag alt mill. Not
not happening tonight, folks. So sorry.
No, we do have a little giveaway we're going to do later, but not hashtag alt mill. Sorry. I'm not ready to give that puppy up.
Kind of a cat, you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to another Wednesday evening CNC hangout where we chew the CNC fat, and our sister Liberty will be here a little bit later. She's doing a motherly thing. So, but in the meantime, we got the regular Julianne, and there's been comments in there that you should be on the thumbnail too.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
She's in the background ordering all of us around. Let's just add another thing to her plate. Who knows? All right. Well, so let's see. How do we open this up? Oh. I want to wait till Liberty's here when she's got her stuff.
Oh,
but, yeah. Because one of our CNC brothers, Tommy, sent us some really, really cool gifts that he made on his CNC. So when Liberty gets here, remind me about that, Julianne, please.
Okie doke. I'll stick a little banner at the bottom of the screen. Hey, Garrett, do you remember?
There you go. Just don't put hashtag alt mill.
Hashtag long mill?
Well, maybe after I get the MK3 for a little bit.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
We're getting the MK3. I'm going to do a review on the MK3. So that'll be very cool. So, okay. So I do want to pass on some unfortunate news. So last week, Thursday, I believe, I got a phone call from one of our CNC brothers' wives. And if you guys have been here, then over the last few months, and you know who it is, Swan, who announced a few months ago that he had gallbladder cancer. And she called me up and let me know that he had passed away. This is a person that we collected some donations from you guys for and sent it off to him. And she said something really warm to me that let me know that the things that I do make a difference. So when he was in his throes of his cancer, and she said he just loved coming on the Wednesday evening lives. She said, Garrett, you made such a big impact on him, and she said you really just made his day. And we actually got on the phone, and I talked to him. I remember once when we were talking, he made a comment that he wasn't feeling so good. But anyway, she said it was an aggressive cancer. So we've lost another one of our CNC brothers, which is, unfortunate. And that's why we want to make sure that we're doing the best we can do throughout our days, because eventually our time is going to come. And I can relate to him. I announced a couple of weeks ago that I'd been going through radiation and chemo, but I talked about my attitude, right? My attitude is there's only one way this goes. And for the people that are around me, you don't tell me I'm sorry, because I see it like anything else. It's a life challenge to take on. Something new life has brought to me. There's opportunities to learn from it. And there's also gifts within it. So, and the team has done a remarkable job as I've gone through, and it doesn't feel like great when you get those drugs put in you. Anyway, so take your moment to think about Swan and our other brothers and sisters out here that have gone through stuff like that. So anyway, okay. So with that sad news, we'll dedicate tonight to Swan and his family. And we'll just give it all love like we do as CNC creators. And tonight we're going to be talking about bits and what bits you all find to be your top 5 favorite bits that you use. And it's kind of, I wish, Liberty were here, but so I'm looking at some of these comments. Love you, Garrett.
She's in the chat with us, though.
What's that?
I said Liberty's in the chat with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm from Brian, right? Air positivity, positive vibes your way. Yes, bring it on, brother. And RIP to our brother Swan.
Mhm.
And I know that all of you, I see some of these comments going back, sending me some good thoughts. Keep them coming. Say your prayers. Believe. Right. This is the thing. I told the team they were the second group that knew. This has been going on for about 3 months for me now. Right. And so I told the family, and then told the team. I says, guys, I don't even. Not only do you approach me as if the life doesn't change, you can't have that I'm sorry and that what's the word that I use? Catastrophic kind of response inside. It's like good energy from inside out. Okay, so we're going to talk about the top 5 bits that you guys tend to like to use, and then we'll start handling some of the questions. And you can ask any questions on it. We're kind of an open forum. And also, just so you know, next week, Liberty won't be here, and I don't anticipate I'll be here, so we're working on a co-host to take over for the show. And the person I want to get on board is Kate. Kate, some of you don't know Kate, but this is how this whole live stream started back a couple of years ago when I was mentoring her. Okay, so let's start talking about CNC bits. And I want to know what your number 1 bit is that you use. I'm already starting to see some of these come up. So the 1/4 inch and a 3/16 inch compression bit. So the 3/16, a lot of people don't really use the 3/16. A lot of them use the 1/4 inch or maybe the 1/8 downcut, upcut compression. But I like the 3/16 because it's stronger than the 1/8, not quite as strong as the 1/4 inch, but it has a smaller cut and enables you to get tighter corners, and it can still handle quite a cut. So that's like probably the number 2 bit for me is the you're doing the compression. I'm generally the down cutter, but my number 1 bit that I use the most is my surfacing bit. Anytime I put a new piece of wood on the machine, I am using my surfacing bit to flatten that thing out, no matter what I'm doing. And I use it so much, and that's why when I see videos that say the top 5 bits that you should have, and they always mention the surfacing bit as the last bit, when that is the most important bit that you guys need to be using. Number 1, we all know we have to surface our spoil board as soon as we get the machine set up and running. And then, of course, you have the wonky twisted boards or a board that has varying thickness, and especially shows up when you're doing fine detailed V-carves. So make sure you mark those ones, the bits, so we can get them out of the queue.
I was going to say, I found it funny because the first one that Liberty mentioned was the surfacing bit as well.
Yep. Surfacing bit all the time. Who here uses, there you go, Jim, he agrees, surfacing bit on every project. And I think a lot of people don't realize that makes a world of difference. And yeah, so it as you know, it takes the warp out of the boards. It gets things flat, enables things to look much better. The next bit that tends to be my favorite is the beast, the roughing bit. Now, I saw a comment here. We're going to address this one a little bit later. Is the somebody broke their beast? So we'll talk about that and how to work on that. We got that in the queue, taken care of. And then my third one would be the 1/4 inch down cutter or the 3/16 down cutter. I don't use my compression bits that much. I really don't. Maybe I should start using them more often, but I just got in the habit of using down cutters. And number 4, 90-degree V-bit, and number 5 is the 60-degree V-bit. After that is the 1/8 roundover bit. Liberty will tell you that's her favorite bit of all time, which she loves those roundover bits. Look at that. Mighty Wicked, beast, beast, beast. The crowd begins its chant. Hey, maybe we should start coming up with that too. The chant for the beast.
That its own little jingle or slogan.
Yeah, yeah, that would be a pretty aggressive slogan. That would be like heavy metal, dark, heavy energy coming out
Oh,
of that one.
a
So,
lot of blowing up noises.
right, right. What bits would I use for sandstone? So that would generally be a diamond embedded bit. Anything that's cutting something like rock or granite or something like that, you want to use a diamond type of embedded bit because and yeah, it's you carbide bits with nice cutting. I think of like trying to take your steak knife and and you're trying to carve rock with a steak knife, right? So your downcut, your upcut has that kind of blade. It's just not going to work. So you need something that's a lot stronger, and so always go with a diamond bit. If someone else has some kind of idea out there, then as far as that goes, what you use, make a note. Sandstone is pretty soft. So looks like we've got a couple donations here, Julianne.
Oh, more than a couple. Yeah, I was about to. I keep writing those down. We'll run through them real quick. So Derek started it off for us with the RIP Swan donation of $50. Thank you, Derek. Much appreciated. Pascal following up with another 50.
We'll
Oh,
send this to his wife, by the way.
yep. Jack with another 50. And Brian saying, Garrett, I'd like to personally thank you for two things. One, teaching me most everything I know about CNC woodworking, and two, running a great company that cares about its customers seriously. And this is why. Let's see, where did he go? I had him starred. So right here, he said, my beasts got lost in the mail and not a question was asked, just replacements sent. Amazing. Break a $90 Amana and they say it's your fault.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah. Yeah, it actually has been a core value of mine. I never wanted this company to treat anybody like a number. I hate being treated like a number. And it gets challenging sometimes, the busier we get. But, you're welcome and thank you. Thank you for the gift. And I'm glad that I can serve a greater purpose. I just, yeah. So are there more in there?
I was going to say, those are what we got so far. And we've got a couple questions in
No.
the queue. But yeah, we're
Let's
going to
handle
say
some of
thank
these, let's handle some of these bits first that people are using.
Oh,
And
the favorite bits? All
yeah,
right.
yeah. And I would like to know as this is an afterthought, so you already typed stuff in, but your favorite bit, what do you generally use it for? Right? What like your favorite project type of thing that these bits tend to get used on most of the time. So we got Michael. He likes the Badger and the 1/4 inch compression. So for those of you who don't know the Badger, if you know the Beast, which is the most popular roughing bit, the Beast and the Hog, well, the Badger is the baby of them all. That's a 1/8 diameter roughing bit. So you can get into the really, the much smaller areas that the Beast can't get into. If you're doing a lot of fine detail pocketing, the Badger is really, really good for that. And Julianne will throw links in for all these as we move along. So she will be busy doing that.
Links for links. Don't forget.
Yep, and your gift has a lot to do with that too. That Tommy made. Tommy, don't worry, brother. We're gonna be bringing them up as soon as Liberty comes because I want to make sure hers is shown as well.
I was gonna say I have to take. I brought the coasters home, but I forgot the sign in the window.
Oh, you did?
I
Okay.
did. It's in my office window. It's chilling for Main Street to see.
No, no. Okay, we'll explain it to them.
Yeah.
Very creative projects. All right, so Wandering Stars, 5 bits, surfacing number 1. Then 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch end mills. I'm assuming downcut. He's got a 60-degree V bit, and then he goes to the TDN or the taper ball nose. That's like the 3D carving. So you can also use them for doing inlays. The end mills would also be up and down cut. Okay, so he uses both. What's the difference between an upcut and a down cut as far as usage? Well, the downcut is intended to eliminate tear out along the top edge of the project, but it can leave little swirl marks at the bottom of the project if you're doing a pocket. Whereas the upcut, well, the other thing with the downcut is it's pushing all the chips downward. And so you'll notice that downcut chips are a lot warmer because it's putting the work into the chips, but it's pushing the chips down. That compression is also generating heat. And then the upcut bits, they are ejecting all the chips outward. They will give you a chip out or tear out, but they're great for pocketing, doing your rough pocketing. And then you go in and do a nice finish cut when you're done. You can do it with the upcut or downcut. You'll still get a little bit of tear out with the upcut. All right.
Hey, Andy. We got Andy Bird online now telling us.
Brother, what's going on, folks? I want to do I'm going to do a live show. I'm going to have Andy on. I'm going to have Alex on, Kate, and one other person. These are folks who have been in the dirt selling projects. They've been to craft shows. They've worked through the making projects that never sell. They're finding their customer, finding their niche. And I think that would be a really good one to have. So I want to start planning it out for maybe next month, or get all these guys on board, and so you can get the experience from a whole collective of people. It'll be a really cool show. So John says he'd love to see a 3/16 roughing bit. It's a possibility to address. Why not? Let's make a note for that.
Made a note.
We'll Jack have Jack. Let's talk to him and see if they can make some samples.
Gotcha.
There, see, we're rocking right on there. This guy deserves a $10 gift card. Who was it? I took him off.
I don't know. Did you unstar it?
I unstarred it. Oh man.
Oh, come on, Garrett.
John, you have to say something. Good ideas get gift cards.
I was going to say I can scroll back, but that's going to take a bit.
Right. All right. Let's see. Splotchball.
No.
Splotchball. That's an interesting name. So his favorite of the beast, the badger, and the smooth surfacing bit. They are workhorses. They are. All three of them are. The surfacing bit, so it's the ultra smooth surfacing bit he's talking about. I think I got one right here. This is one that I had designed up because I got tired of the 3-flute. I wasn't happy with the finish, the life. So I had them do this, and I had them alter the angles on them, the grind angles, so that they would last longer and give a better finish. Boy, getting bits. So let's tell them the journey of getting bits.
Ooh. We should make a tiny animated short about this, of the life of a router bit. It first starts with an idea in Garrett's head or your all's heads.
Or your idea.
Yeah. So bringing that to culmination, we submitted the idea to the tooling company, which then they come back with a schematic idea for the specs on it. That takes, I don't know, about a week at most. And then the prototypes have to be made. That takes maybe a couple weeks. And then after those are made, they get shipped to us, which takes, depending on shipping, you guys know. Yeah. Get shipped to us. We ship them out to our beta testing people, and oh gosh, time clock running.
We test them, and then if they don't satisfy us, then we go back to the drawing board on it, and we start again. And then we finally get the tool to what we want, and we dial in the settings. Then we got to take care of all the technical stuff. We have to get the feeds and speeds to a tech guy so we can get them into the database. He's got to get them onto the phone app. We have to have pictures taken, right? We have to do some lifestyle shots. Then we have to get it all set up on the website. Then we have to get labels ordered for the holders.
Yep.
Right? Then we have to put the labels on. We have to determine how we're going to package them. Are they going to be shipped as something else, or are they going to be a standalone product? And then we finally launch them. And this stuff can take
Months
2 months to 5 months, really
or
depending.
longer,
Or
depending.
longer. Yeah, it's no small journey to bring one bit to market. Sometimes it is a simpler journey, but
Something it is, but the ones that you have to wait a long time for, that's the most rewarding. I think, like getting that bit in and actually getting it to release. I think that's
and everybody's got their fingers on it
mm-hmm.
as we're getting this put together.
Oh, quite literally. Somebody asked what happened to your fingers again.
Oh,
so I want to go over a safety lesson.
It was a safety thing. Early last week, I was cutting on my table saw and I set myself up wrong, and I was using my pusher, but the pusher was fatter than the gap between the blade and the fence, and it caught and as soon as I was like just there, I said, "This is a bad idea." My mind told me, but it was too late, and that pusher kicked back, and the piece that was being cut kicked back, and the pusher hit my fingers and cut into the skin pretty deep. So I was telling Julianne the other day, I says, I didn't realize how much we actually touch things with our fingers, because for the next 4 or 5 days, I'm like, ow, damn it, ow, ooh, just accidentally bumping my fingers. But they're coming along okay. But probably another week and they'll be in good shape.
Come back.
I looked at them and said, "Do I need stitches on this?" And if it was my grandkid, I would have taken him to the doctor and said, "Do we need stitches on this?" But how.
So why? I guess my question for you is, why didn't you go and check to see if it needed stitches? Did you just super glue it together and say we're good?
I did not use super glue. I just put Band-Aids on it and glazed that up. But I mean, it was surprising how fast it bled. Because I turn around, there's blood spots on the floor. Right, that's how quick. So and it hurt. But I was like, it's one of those things when something happens at the saw, you're like, is everything intact? Right. And I'm usually very, very careful with the saw. I have a lot of respect for these tools. When I was working in the CNC machining, you're working on a manual lathe, and that thing's turning at 2,000 RPMs. Yeah, you get your shirt sleeve caught in that, you're spinning around, you're getting drawn in like a spindle. And so yeah.
No, thank you. Let's go ahead and launch into questions on that. I'm getting cringy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. So John, 1/4 10 mil downcut is his big one. The Beast, the 1/8 end mill downcut. Okay, so it's primary, or 3 of them. So I'm noticing a pattern here. The pattern is the surfacing bit, the 1/4 inch, and the Beast, or a roughing tool. Let's just say a roughing bit, right? And now we got Bob. This is the Beast, 16th taper ball nose. That's the fine detail taper ball nose. The 1/8 straight, so that could be upcut, downcut, or straight cutter. I generally don't use a straight cutter on CNC. 45-degree V-bit and a 90-degree diamond drag bit. Yes, the man's doing some engraving. That's cool. That's cool. I actually like doing stuff on the drag bit, because you can do all super detailed stuff. That's what you'll use that for, like LED projects in acrylic, or you can engrave glass. So the bits we have, they're a little bit pricey, but they're industrial quality, and you can engrave on granite. With the diamond engravers, some people will go to Amazon, buy one of their diamond engravers, but I always hear, all those diamond engravers, they do fine on acrylic, but it's when you want to get on the glass or or metal, that's when the diamonds break off. They're not adhering the diamond to them properly. So that's one thing we don't have, is the 45-degree V-bit. Let's see. Okay, I just got that one. And then Tommy, Ruffers, the Beast, the Hog, and the Badger. So why is everybody using these roughing tools? Did you know that? So roughing tools have been in CNC machining for a very long time. It's a common tool to use in metalworking. IDC Woodcraft actually brought it into at least the hobby CNC space. And I mean, those things just took off. They are our number one selling bits. Is that fair to say, Julia?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would say so. If not the highest selling, the most asked about, the most viewed.
Mm-hmm.
They're
So,
pretty good. When I'm
yeah,
throwing
so
the
yeah, people ask what's the difference between the hog and the beast. So I got to ask that a lot so much. I wrote an article about it. So it's answered there. It's on the IDC Woodcraft website um, under resources and articles. So, okay, so Tommy. Okay, Tommy's Tommy Obar. He's the one that mailed us the gifts, and we're waiting for Liberty before we show them. Very, very cool projects. I got on the phone with him today and thanked him. So let's see, roughers. Oh, I was going to say, why do we use them? First of all, his is the roughers, the beast, the hog, and a badger. So the beast and the hog are both 1/4 inch. The hog is 1.5 inches cut depth, and the beast is 1 inch cut depth. It uses the Jenny, mini Jenny, the 30-degree V Groovy Jenny, and the 2.5 inch surfacing bit. We're actually starting to work on larger surfacing bits, by the way. So Jenny, those are the ones that we carry, the Jenny bits on the IDC Woodcraft website. And so he likes to use those too. Jenny's are very, very good bits. Mm-hmm. I've had a relationship with Cody, the one that makes them, designed them up for a very long time. And so it was a good match. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We got from eighth center. If number one means most used for healing pendants. Okay, so he makes pendants. Oh, I don't know if you've sent pictures of those to us. I'd love to see these. Julianne, you're into that stuff.
Hmm? Yes.
Yeah. So you might want to drop
I was gonna say he sent us a message on Instagram. I've got to actually log in and find that message because I don't really monitor the Instagram or Facebook messages. So
okay, I think
definitely look for that.
Yeah, I took Instagram off of my phone because it's just too much social stuff. I don't need Instagram on it. I had to pick my battles. And I gotta get back to why people use roughing bits. Now I'm going to answer this question of this one where the Beast Pro. So I use it for pendants, and I use for healing pendants, diamond drag. So he engraves on this pendants, MC etcher, and then he sharpens them regularly. Diamond drag, I don't know. If you sharpen a diamond drag bit, I'd love to know how you sharpen a diamond. But okay. Where else are we? The next chainsaw sharpening diamond bit for surfacing and profiling. Oh, interesting. Okay, so why do people use roughers? Well, so IDC Woodcraft introduced a roughing bit to our space. And a couple other suppliers have since introduced them. We use them because when you're pocketing out large areas, that can take a long time. There's two reasons. Number one is they can be run much faster. They're much more aggressive, and you can cut your time down by up to 10x by using a roughing bit, as when you're doing large pockets or the 3D carves where you're removing a lot of material over a large 3D carving area. And also, you're using that because your finishing bits, you'll hear this term once in a while, which would be your upcut, your downcut, your straight edge bits. Those are like just a kitchen knife. They dull up. And so you want to preserve that cutting edge for your finished cuts. So that's why we use the roughing bits. And folks, you can you can mention what kind of time difference does the roughing bit make for you relative to the way you used to do it when you used just an upcut or a downcut bit. So that's why. So we have those at IDC Woodcraft, of course, and sometimes they sell out so fast. It's always been difficult to keep those in stock. We keep our tooling company making them. It's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge. That's one of Julianne's thing is like, how do I make this better? How do I make this work? And she keeps upping the order quantities and all that good stuff, and then trying to keep up with the tooling company with all the other work they have. So
it's a job. Yeah.
a lot of juggling. It's a lot of juggling. Okay. So, all right. I want to handle this one from Howard. He says, I'm trying to do my first 3D carve. I have already broken the new beast. Don't worry, Howard. We got you covered. He said, I'm not sure how to set number of passes for the tool passes. I'm using vector 12 with the latest updated version. So I was looking for a video that I had on a computer of how you want to run the beast. And if we can find that short, how you want to run this, that one that got like 2.2 million views.
Hold on.
If we can find that one on YouTube. But I will say that what you generally want to do until you get really comfortable with how that tool works and how it cuts. The first rule of thumb is always cross cut with the roughing tool. So instead of cutting along with the grain, cut across the grain. It does a number of things. First of all, when you're using a tool that aggressive and you're going that fast and you're taking 80% step over, it's pulling out chunks. If you're going across the grain, it's ripping those pieces of grain out in long strips. And those strips can get caught up in your vacuum system. But also, as those strips break away, they can actually pull material from underneath that strip and break that away. And so when you have a finished project where you're actually doing the finished cut, you can have maybe little grooves in there where it pulled some of the wood out below the finished cut surface. So you go across, and by going across the grain, you're getting very consistent chips out of it, and you're not getting the real long ones, and you're maintaining a more consistent tool pressure on the tool itself as far as the goes and what have you. It just works so much better. And for your depth of cut, I would start off with a 1/4 inch depth of cut. And I like to use feeds of, generally here, I use feed rates of 300 inches per minute, right? At that 24,000 RPM. I just run them that way, but I've gotten very used to it. So as far as setting the number of passes, the computer will set the software will set the number of passes, but you set your pass depth. Start off with the 1/4 inch. If Julianne found that video and she can play it, you'll see.
I threw it in the chat.
What's that?
I threw it in the chat for everybody.
Okay, check that out. It's like a 1 minute video, and you'll see how aggressively I was running that bit. I was doing full depth, 1 inch depth of cut on a piece of oak. In less than a minute, I had a 4 inch by 7 inch by 1 inch deep pocket cut out. That thing was so fast. So, yeah, we'll get you taken care of. Make sure you send us an email on the website. We got the
guarantee form.
how to tell them how to do that.
Yeah. So on idcwoodcraft.com, we have, hold on, let me figure out how far it is when you scroll down.
Can you share the screen?
Maybe, perhaps. I hope I have the bandwidth for that. And the wind doesn't knock out.
I can do it if you want.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we do the 90-day guarantee on our bits because we know people break bits in the beginning. It's meant to be a courtesy. All right. So here you go. She'll tell you.
Here's your time tour of how to submit a guarantee form for us if you've broken your new bit. You head on to the IDC Woodcraft website. You will scroll down past all of our wonderful bit selections, as well as accessories and swag.
Yeah, check out those accessories, by the way. We got some high quality stuff there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And Rich Schrader, I'm going to call you out because I believe you were the one that asked about whether we had empty containers for sale yet. Yes, we do. It's under this accessories category right here. You kind of got to scroll a little bit to the bottom, but you should see them. Sorry for that. Side note. For the 90-day guarantee, you're going to see this little banner right here, our guarantee to you. You will just click into it right here and scroll down a little bit, and you will find this guarantee return form. We don't ask you guys much, but we do need to know what your order number it is, what bit you're returning, because you can only get one replacement per bit that you buy. We're not going to replace the replacement.
Right.
And make sure you actually fill out this return form before you send the bit back.
Right.
If we just get a random bit in an envelope, then we're not going to know. And we have gotten random bits in envelopes and not known.
Right.
We're not detectives.
Yeah, and our guarantee says if you break it, we'll replace it, no questions asked. But we learn that we have to ask the question because people try to send in other people's bits.
Mm-hmm. We have gotten a few of those.
Yep, and so it's like we got to make sure it's our tool.
Yeah, yeah. It's always fun. It's never dull. Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. All right. Okay, Julianne, bring out some questions here.
All righty. So, first one is from Tesla Ranger. Question for the group. What sort of tooling would I want to use my machine to carve? Oh, we went through the sandstone. I have diamond burrs that I use in my line shaft. Would these work? Terry from Columbus, Ohio.
You know, I mean, you can try it, but I doubt it's going to last very long at all. You're carving a rock. Hey, Mark is here.
Yep.
And we've been wondering about you, Mark. Julia and I talked about you, so we haven't seen you in a few weeks. Okay. Yep. Diamond tooling for any kind of rock. And generally, you want to keep it cool. You know, if you have a mister, if you got a spray bottle or something like that, the ideal thing is a flood cool the tool when it's carving. But of course, on a CNC, it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm. All righty. From JMCBC 1960. That's a lot. I'm making pencil holders for my daughter. She uses oversized pencils, not number 2 pencils. The hole that works is 0.352, but when I go to run the profile cut, it's not round. Can I use a 3/8 bit and just drill it?
You can, of course. If it's not round, then there's generally one or two possible things that are going on. Likely is your stepper count going in like the X direction is not the same as the stepper count going in the Y direction. In other words, the machine is out of calibration in one of the axes. And in order to get that corrected, you want to talk to the machine company and tell them what's going on. But you want to get good measurements of these. But what I would do is I go and I'd create a big circle, just to take the down cutter and do several large circles at different sizes, and then measure them out and try to get a consistent pattern on it. And if it comes out okay there, then something else could be going on, like there's maybe something's loose in the machine and allowing a little bit of flopping somehow, or you're getting deflection in one way, but you're not getting deflection in the other way. So machine deflection, not bit deflection. Bit deflection is every time that bit is cutting, if the tool's cutting like this and it'll do it like that, and it's going that way along the cut, it's the forces want to push it out at a 90 degree. So the bit is going to deflect slightly. And so that's why when you make a cut and you come back in and do the same cut, you're actually taking a little bit off, because that first cut was actually leaving a little material because that bit was deflected. And the second one, there's very little to take off, so it doesn't deflect, and it leaves a nice little cleanup cut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Robert wants to know if you have any suggestions for a bit to carve landforms.
Landforms. So I'm suspecting like topographical type of thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, depending on the size of the topograph and the detail, if you're doing really, really big and you don't need a lot of detail, then you can do like a 1/4 inch ball nose, 1/8 inch ball nose. But if you really want to get that detail in there, then you want to start going down to your taper ball nose bits that have even a smaller radius. But I would try, if it's fairly large, I would try an 1/8 inch ball nose end mill first. If you can get the length in the very, you know, if you're doing a deep valley and that bit doesn't fit down in there, you got to take that into account too. And on that note, the number one return we get is from people who try to get as much out of their bit as possible, where they will insert it into the spindle and not only insert maybe 1/4 of an inch. And that is doing two things. You're not getting full grip on the shank. And then also because of that, you're creating so much deflection. The bit's not deflecting, it's actually pushing in the collet. But you're getting so much force sideways that it ends up breaking the bit right at the very top. Right? That's why we've made the rule of thirds mouse pad. You all ought to get this. This is great. We send a sticker out with new customers. It's the same thing. It tells you how to chuck up and how not to chuck up your bits. All right, and pay attention to the wide body bits, like surfacing bits, right? Because they're a little bit different from like your upcut and downcut. So, yeah, I like these mouse pads. Liberty, this is Julianne's making, by the way. Liberty uses this as her pad, her drop pad when she's taking her bit out of the machine. Very smart.
They are fantastic. Kudos to Linda and Ray on that. They never cease to amaze me with what they can do.
Yeah, I know. All right, I don't know where Liberty's at, so I am going to bring up Tommy's stuff. We're going to show what we got. So Tommy Obar, who's here tonight, sent us a gift, and we love to get gifts in the mail. They are the greatest way that you guys say thank you to us, because we know, number one, that a part of you or something in your heart says, I need to give back to these guys. And so you take time out to think, what can it be? And you come up with some kind of project idea, and then you take the time to design it up, make it, finish it, and then send it to us. And then we get this big, wow, look at this. So we get a lot of stuff. So Tommy, first of all, he sent this card here, this wooden card, right? And I don't know, Tommy, if you lasered the card or if you V-grooved it. I think I feel like it's lasered. And it says, Garrett, Liberty, and Julianne, thank you for all the time and hard work you put into hosting the weekly live show and in building a great CNC community. Regards, Tommy Obar. And one of the things he said was, it was kind of funny when I was talking to him on the phone. He said, his daughter will invite him over for dinner on a Wednesday. He said, nope, I got the live show to do. He says, you got to make it Tuesday or Thursday. That's really cool. So, all right. So here's what Tommy sent us: 3 signs and something else, which Julianne will show you. Mm-hmm. So he made a sign for each one of us. And so here's the one that he made for me. And Julianne, will you expand the screen?
Yeah, sure thing.
All right. So this is a triple stacked text. And I've done double stacking or stacked text, but I haven't never seen it triple stacked. So that took a lot of work for him to come up with that. And I've got a video that talks about how to make stacked text, because it takes several extra steps. You have to keep yourself really organized. But so what he did, he took the IDC. He said, everybody's always asking what this IDC stands for. So he made that, and it's Imagine, Design, and Create. So it's IDC Woodcraft. And he filled these letters in with epoxy. And this is just painted black, that'd be Carve. But let's see if I can show how they're triple stacked in the text. This is, let's go to the other side. All right, this is a big project. So yeah, I think you can see the triple stacking of the text there. So that was super cool. And one of the other things that was really cool about this is uh, he's he's gotten really good at making sure that his corners come out the way they need to. The corners on the letters all come out really, really sharp. And he did that on, I mean, when I'm saying sharp, they're like corners, instead of kind of that soft corner because we got some chip out or something like that. And this is well, I mean, this is a big sign. Then he did a V carve of his logo, his information here. Well, working wood is what he calls it. It's got the saw blade, and I can't tell what that is. Like a little plant, and looks like a little sunshine coming down. So that was super cool. You can explain what he made for you, Julianne, the sign.
Yep. So I actually got two things. The sign it's about yay big, and it's got my name in it, but it also has the little emoji beer Stein mug thing to the side of it for all the drinks for links. But it also has three links actually on the sign everywhere. I believe it was just idcwoodcraft.com, the Beast, and then there was the roundover bits that are Liberty's favorite that I'm always throwing in. And then it had like little bitty link emoji like carved into it. It's really, really cute. I had to leave it sit out of my office for a while because I have like a sensitivity to the varnish smell. So I couldn't fully appreciate it until that died down. But he also sent me a absolutely beautiful coaster holder with 10 different coasters for my, well, that's backwards, but it's happy belated birthday to me. It was for how much I love M&Ms, which I don't really. He made 10 different little coasters that were epoxied, and I believe he painted the M's on them with a nice little slash mark, and he even put the fuzzy little feet on the back. I'm so happy with these because I love coasters. So those are definitely going to be used when we get the new place. But actually, I guess you could consider this is the 11th coaster.
Yeah,
But
so each one is like a different M&M color, right?
I've got 2 blues, 2 reds, 2 yellows, and 2 peachy pinks. And then I've got 2 that are not filled with epoxy or painted. So
yeah. We'll definitely show these to you next week or whatever. But yeah, so it's kind of cool with Julianne. It's like, Julianne, put that link in or do this, and then the drinking game that we have. So that's what that's about. And then Liberties. Explain Liberties.
yeah, so hers is her name, but then it's like every time that she's moving on to something different, she's always the all right. So it's like all right.
Yeah.
Like cockeyed different angles there. It's like that was a really nice gift to get. Like, Tommy, I owe you a thank you note.
Yeah, so that's cool. We love getting the gifts, and we always give people a shout out for sending them out to us on the live show. So it's super cool. Be asking no green.
No, actually, no green ones. I don't know. I'll have to do my own epoxying on them. If I do a green one on the other ones that are not filled yet, I'll make that my own project, and I'll make some green ones.
All right. Okay. Cool. So that was fun when I saw those come in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else we got in the questions?
See,
Tommy, thank you.
Yes.
For those of you who have sent stuff to us, thank you so much. We do know what it means and why it's being sent.
Say thank you very much. I just got to pull this one in from Aaron because you mentioned that you probably wouldn't be on next week. Liberty's not going to be on next week. Aaron says you're going to let Boss Lady loose on a show all by herself. It's going to be giveaways for hours. Darn right it is.
What? Well, when they're running a show, it's their show.
All righty. For Emergis LLC, I believe is what it is. Newbie question. Ooh, spy versus spy. Are bits made from different materials for the routers versus spindles on CNC machines?
Good question. No. So you're going to generally find, at least from the quality suppliers, 2 types of bits. You're going to find the solid carbide bits, and you're going to find, this is for CNC work, and you're going to find the brazed tip bits. So solid carbide, like the Beast, right? This is all solid carbide. So it's, they take a carbide blank and they run it through their CNC machine cutter, and it runs the program and makes these. But when we run into, oh, there's a third one, so I'll bring that up too. When we're starting to make wide body bits where the cutting area is getting large, we're grinding away all that carbide. Carbide's really expensive. It's stupidly expensive. It's gotten really expensive over the last year with all the tariffs and stuff. So, but in order to not make something like this solid carbide, because there's so much work involved in it, not just the cost and the lost material, but the grinding. So they'll take the little tips and they'll braze it onto a different type of body. So these are 4140 steel. It's a kind of a tool steel, and then they braze the carbide tips onto it. The third one, which we just introduced to IDC, is one of these with the replaceable inserts. So this is our latest surfacing bit. We are waiting for our new inventory to come in. We expect it in at the end of the month. We wiped out really quick on these things when we released them. But this is where you replace the inserts, but they're indexable. So this has each insert has 4 sides, cutting sides on it. So if there's more what you'll find in professional, like industrial environments. And so that's the other kind. As far as the trim routers versus spindles, no, I'd be using the same thing. Use carbide. The thing to watch out for on CNC, at least, or any kind of routing tool, stay away from high-speed steel tooling. If it says if it doesn't say a solid carbide or carbide tipped, then it's probably going to be made of high-speed steel. And high-speed steel is no good for CNC routing. Think of it this way: the drill bits that you get are made of high-speed steel, and if you notice, when you're drilling by hand, you actually have a little flex in that drill bit, right? It's made to be flexible. It's made to be strong, but it's also made to be flexible. So you have so much deflection out of that. And if you're trying to drill with it, literally, it can walk. The density differences between grains can actually make that drill bit walk. And it's a big thing in like metal working. You start with a pilot hole. So it gives the bit a guide to start with. If it doesn't have a pilot hole, it can just do what it wants.
All right. Carl Jensen has me thoroughly confused. If I have 5 bits, but no V bit, how do I copy by taper ball nose to V bits?
All right.
But carve by taper ball nose to V bits, maybe.
How do I copy your taper ball nose to V bits? Well, so taper ball nose, I mean, in the technical sense, they're not V bits because they have the radius at the bottom. That's why they call them, they're ball nose, right? They just happen to be tapered. So, but they can be used as V bits. So you need to use the specs that are provided with the taper ball nose, and that will be your bit. So for a taper ball nose, generally you're going to have a half angle, right? So we have our 6, these real long ones that we introduced not too long ago, right? These are, I think, 6 degree, right? That's the half angle. All right, that's split it down the middle and the angle off to the edge. That's the half angle. That's the way the Vectric software and most software takes it, but it's also a ball nose. So on the bottom, it's not going to be a perfect V. It's going to have a little radius down the bottom. But at the end of the day, you use the data. That's with the bit.
I was going to say, Mark popped in and said he thinks he's talking about copying a tool in the tool database.
Oh, okay. If you do that, let me share my screen. Uh-oh, my computer did. Oh,
okay, I have to ask because somebody asked earlier. They thought it was a fire alarm beeping. What is that squeaking emanating from your workshop?
Let me fix that. That's the sliding door. I think the window pane is just kind of
just making it wobble. Okay.
I didn't realize that was making that noise.
There's our answer, everybody.
All right, so I just gotta tighten down my hooks. There we go. So in my shop, I've got here, I'll just show them. All right, so there's my sliding door, right? Kind of a big barn door. And so I didn't have the hooks tightened down tight enough that locks it in place. Yep, got that problem solved. I didn't realize that squeaking was going into the microphone. It was irritating somebody.
All right, Rich, I'm going to throw that TBN link in right now.
What's that?
Rich Bratcher asked for what the taper ball nose bit was that you just showed. I'm going to throw in that link right now.
Okay. Yeah, she'll throw in a link and go and click on it, and you'll see what it is. So it's a longer taper ball nose. We inventoried them generally for rotary tool use because you're going quite a bit deeper. Share screen. Share this screen. Oh, by the way, folks. Okay, so I had this image up. So Saturday and Sunday we are doing a Father's Day sale on the edge hugger clamp sets. So 10% off Saturday and Sunday. So these are very small clamps, and they, as you can see, that the screw on these things is very close. The whole clamp is right next to the project, so you don't have that big long clamp, and it's a very low profile clamp. So when you see this banner up on the website, then you know that it is up for the sale is on. All right, so we'll go to this right here. And I am going to go into, this is a couple of armrests, the local old theaters, they're doing a renovation on it. And they asked me if I could make the armrests for the old seats. This theater is old. It's like what, 1920s was it built maybe or something like that. All right. So
been there a while.
yeah, it fell apart and they've been restoring it and doing some things. Okay. So in Mark's case, so what we'll do is we'll open up the tool database and you can click over a tool. And so when you click on it, let's see, it's one of the icons down at the bottom. My mouse disappeared for a second. And it says copy the selected tool. So if I click copy the selected tool, now what it just did, it just created a new tool, but it didn't import the tool settings. So this one was the original. The one that's highlighted is now the new one. And so I can just come down and click copy, and then we'll check the settings on it and see if it has the same settings. Let's cancel that. Oh, I have to apply it first. So I'm not going to apply it. So you want to check the settings on it. I'm going to discard that. I don't want to have a duplicate tool for the same thing. But that's how you do it. And then you can drag it around. But just double check the settings on it.
Cool, cool. All right. Mike Wintick wants to know when we're going to offer a coated 3/16 compression bit.
Oh, so that brought up again.
Hmm.
We have a 3/16 compression. We just don't have the coated one.
It's in my notes.
I've debated having all our tools coated. Remember, coating is actually, it's at least $1 a bit for the coating. It's at least $1 a bit to have that done. But yeah, okay, we got it written down.
Yep. All right. Got a couple more donations. Oforn, another $50 for Swan.
Okay.
And then Brian, $100. That's why we all love you. I don't remember what that was in reference to, but thank you.
Yeah. And we will match these. We'll send this to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
His wife.
Will.
And
then, here's another one from Wilshire Sawmill, $10.
You guys are awesome. You guys are just amazing.
We love you guys too.
Yeah, it warms my heart on this stuff. Really does. But that's what we do, right? The world is bigger than just us. But at the same time, we got the CNC to solve something in us, all right? To solve a need to be able to be creative and have something that's our own, that we can just be us and make whatever we want. So
awesome. All right, we're going to run through these a little quicker. We've got a couple just offhanded questions, and we've got some more people telling us what their favorite bits are. So Timothy wants to know, why can the beast eat so much?
We designed it that way, brother. The beast, if you remember, folks, if when you order the beast, you get the sticker with it, right? And I had fun with that one. I had the beast was that like that Yeti Bigfoot type of thing, and punching a big log and breaking that log in half. That was fun. And then we did the hog. Well, we didn't do the hog, did we? We started.
Actually, hog is in progress.
Okay. And we did the badger.
Yep.
The beast.
All right. I'm gonna cycle back just really quick.
Okay.
Robert had a question that was related to the copying bit info you just showed. What does it mean if it says this tool instead of the specific tool you copied? Is there a way to search for the specific tool to copy from?
Let me go look. I don't know if you can search the tool. I don't see a search thing in here. If I'm understanding this question, what does it mean if it says this tool instead of the specific tool you copied? I'll have to copy that again and see what it says. Copy. And it copied the name of the bit itself. So it didn't say this tool. Let's just copy and then we'll switch. Apply changes. Its current settings. Okay, what it's doing is waiting for me to actually save the settings on it. If I don't actually hit the apply, then it's not going to save that information. So it doesn't say this tool. So, and I don't want, there's Mark or somebody, if you know how to search for a tool in the database, please put it in there.
Gotcha.
Jeff was asking how you donate.
Oh, Jeff, really easy. I will show you on my own iPad here that I have going. So in the chat, you will see down here, there's a little tiny $ button right there. And that is how you donate. And I think like to start out, it'll only let you donate like so much. So you as over time, it'll let you donate larger amounts. So yeah.
Right. Oh, Rich put in cut out time by 400% as far as the beast relative to the other tools. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Okay.
Heck yeah. All righty. So we've got a couple more favorite top 5 CNC router bits from people. Okay. Sybil Green Woodworks, a bowl bit for carving the seat area of chairs.
There you go.
Comfortable.
Yeah. Cutting those is interesting. It's interesting to design. You know, when that butt form and the little thing, the peak between the legs. And then you got a wide body bit that's coming in and cutting that. Nice. That's cool.
That's a different one. Let's see. Rich Trader, make small engraved crosses out of walnut, personalize them with a 30-degree V-bit, cut out with the beast, round over 1/8 inch, and then put a pocket heart with the teethy end 1/8 inch.
Wow, there's a lot of work on those.
Wow, I bet those are pretty. All right, and then
the small handheld crosses.
My mom just got one of those today.
Oh.
All right, Mr. Andy Bird says, hey, everybody. My favorite 3 bits are the 1/4 inch downcut, 60-degree V-bit, and the bowl and tray bit.
I knew Andy was going to say a bowl bit. I knew it. He asked, and Andy, I've not forgotten this if you're still on board. He wanted me to make an Andy Bird set. carrying these 3 bits. So I have not forgotten about that.
Let me write it down. I'll make another note.
Maybe we should when we get this guy in, another bit that's coming. This is solid carbide, a bull bit. Maybe I can be part of the Andy set.
We'll have to send him one so he can play around with it and make some things.
This is not, I can tell you, this is not a cheap bit, folks. Not cheap at all.
No.
It costs us over $100 for this. But cuts really good. We sent one to Alex Duffy to try out, and one of our other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John is saying he likes his 1-inch surfacing bit. My projects have greatly improved since I've been using them consistently. Beast is number 2, roundover at number 3, and 60-degree V-bit comes in at number 4.
All right, these are all main bits, right? They are the bits that make things work. These roundover bits, they add all that accent to everything. Instead you have square corners, nice rounded edges wherever you want them, and just add an elegance to them. And just so you know, those roundover bits, let me get one. Something that people don't think about so much. Okay, so you don't have to do just a roundover bit. Give me a, okay, laugh. Whatever.
I'm sorry, Liberty just texted me something. I apologize.
Okay.
I think she's on her way. I gotta pop on the screen.
You're going to get everybody laughing here, Julianne. Got a smile on my face already. Look at that. Liberty's laughing too. Okay, we got an inside joke going on with those guys that even I don't know. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Expand my screen for a second.
All right.
So with the roundover bit, the pointed roundover bit that we have, you don't have to just use it as a roundover. You can go in deeper, right? And when you do deeper, then you have a little step and then it goes to a roundover. That's called a bead cut. And it actually adds another level of elegance to it. So give that a try sometime. All right.
Good Lord. All right. Moving on back.
Blaze is asking for his 3/8 TBN.
Great.
Put that back on the list. He's not going to let us go until we at least get a sample in.
3/8. He can be the one to test it.
I actually did a drawing for it.
I was gonna say I remember that. That's in my filing cabinet. I'll have to pull that back out.
Prescott's going, please, come on, let us into it.
All right, fine. You all get to see a private in-between message. I'm gonna try to move it so that y'all can't see anything else. Mrs. Doubtfired me. She said, help is on the way, it is. Oh gosh. Chewy. Anyway. Okay. All right, moving on. She's moving on. She'll be here soon.
Are you all having fun tonight? Are you enjoying this? Is your energy up? Did Julianne just take you up a whole level with Julianne and Liberty with this?
Oh gosh, give us a thumbs up, give us a Google review, something. I don't know.
Yeah,
send us your favorite sticker. All right, you guys, let me pop on in here. Kathleen wants to know, for compression bits, do you have to plunge down so far to get the benefit?
So with the compression bit, you need, generally what you want to do is plunge down to a little bit past the upcut part of the compression bit. All right, people like to do that because if you don't, you're cutting with an upcut part and you're gonna get tear out and stuff. So yeah, you need to plunge down a little bit past the upcut part of that compression bit. And that will, so the answer is yes.
No, Prescott. Not the whole show, just a good majority.
Right. But someone said, is that 3/4 inch ball nose in the it's not in the IDC database or on the phone app because we don't have a 3/4 inch bull bit. Yeah, this is a new one. The only bull bit we have is a 1-inch bull bit.
She's in the office. I just got the notification from the security system. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up these 2 next donations that we had come in.
Okay.
From Splotch Paul, $30 of thanks for all you do. And then Russ Banta, another 25 for the RIP Swan Fund. I'm gonna get a nice card. We're gonna actually write out a very, a check with all of your donations and our matching donations, and that will go directly to his wife, you guys.
Yeah,
So
I'll put that on there from the CNC family. It's not just from IDC Woodcraft.
right, very much. John, that would be Tommy Obar. He was the one that sent us the lovely sign and the lovely epoxy, super awesome no M&M coasters.
Yep.
Yeah, he's in the chat, I believe.
This is heavy too. It's got some
It's
serious
really, really big. So yeah. Let's see.
Here's a project I'm working on. I told you I was making the handrails for the theater. So I made the armrests. And so I made the 2 samples for them. So I'll take them down tomorrow, the next day. There she is.
Okay. Where's your sign at with your name and the all right on it? You got to show it.
Okay.
There you go.
Bring the screen up full. This is what Tommy Obar made from Liberty. Look at that. Liberty with the all right. I love the rainbow on that too.
And then Julianne.
Oh, you brought mine. Good.
Cool. There it is.
Yeah, there's my drink for links one.
Yep, and all the links.
And there's even like these little link things in here, which are so cute.
I love it.
I guess Julianne's always putting the links, so super thoughtful.
Mm-hmm.
2 towers.
Have arrived.
Yeah, that's cool. So Liberty made her way up the office. 2 towers. You missed. It was the Swan Fund. That's what people are donating to tonight.
Yes.
Swan.
I've been keeping up mostly on my phone. But yeah.
Okay. So Swan passed away. His wife, for those of you who joined later, one of our regular watchers, his wife called me last week. Well, about 3 months ago, he announced in the chat that he was diagnosed with gallbladder cancer, and apparently it's pretty aggressive. But you guys donated a lot of money that we and IDC Woodcraft matched it, and we sent it to him. But he passed away about a week and a half ago, whatever. And his wife called me, and she said that you made his day, in these live shows. He just whatever it was. But she said, I know he would have wanted you to know, and she wanted to tell me that we had an impact on him. Right. Mm-hmm. So always remember, we never know, folks, how we make a difference in people's lives. And that's the beauty of being on this side. Liberty's doing that now into all the content she's creating, and it's really cool. Julianne does it by being here, and these guys having their inside joke going on, making everybody laugh. Yep. All right, Liberty, what are your top 5 favorite bits?
Okay, surfacing bit, round over 1/4 inch, but both of the round overs, but round over 1/4 inch, and what did I say? SV60, the 60-degree smooth blade cutting V-bit from IDC Woodcraft, 1/4 inch compression.
Okay. SV60 is the 60-degree V-bit, the bladed one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then what was my 5th one? Oh, Badger.
Badger. Okay. Cool. So there's the roughing bit again. Surfacing bit, the roughing bit has come up once again. They just come up over and over and over again. Because why do you like the Badger?
I like how I like using the tiny rougher because I can still get a lot done when it comes to roughing, but I can get in a lot more small spaces when it comes to like my V carves or my 3D carves, getting that roughed down in such a small space. And it literally is just a miniature version of the beast. It's powerful. It gets things out like, yeah.
Yeah, and we call it the Badger. It's almost meaner than the Beast and the other ones because it's got sharper teeth on it. That's how they have to grind it.
Yeah.
Harold uses the keyhole bit quite often. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Pascal. I've seen a combination of an up and down cut bit. Is that a good choice between chips and depth and surface?
So the up and down cut bit is the compression bit. And it's a good choice. The intent behind a compression bit. So let's kind of distinguish these three. So the upcut bit, I should just get all three so I can show you all.
Show and tell, everyone.
Show me, please. You see 1, 4, and then I'll get a compression. All right, so we got 3 bits that are all 1/4" bits, and I'm just going to take them out of their containers. And if you would, please expand my screen.
Sure will.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's me. Eek. Hold on. There we go.
There we go. All right, and I'm going to take me out of focus, get my bits into focus here if I can. Just got to change things up a little bit. Oh, wrong way. There we go. All right, so this is a 1/4" end mill, and as it turns clockwise from the top, you can see the spiral is going upward. That's an upcut bit. So the upcut bit is ejecting the chips as it's turning, but one of the benefits of it is on the bottom, it's got end cutters. This is technically an end mill. This is an end mill because it cuts down at the end. You can actually do what we call plunge cutting straight down if it's designed right. So now we are going to go with the downcut end mill. This is a 1/4" as well. And let's see, we can focus now. When you turn that clockwise, you can see the cutting blade is spiraling downward. So what that's doing is that's cutting your chips downward. It's not ejecting the chips outward. It is packing them down in the bottom. And so there's concern. Some people say that chip packing at the bottom is bad. It does generate more heat, but it's not that bad if you're doing your proper feeds and speeds because the tool will cut right through those chips. But the difference is on the bottom, they cannot create a end cutter on it. So technically, the down cutter is not technically an end mill, right? That's the term, end mill, but it's a catch-all term. It picks that up. All right, now let's go to the compression end mill. So the compression end mill, for the most of the tool, when you turn it clockwise, you can see the spiral is going down. As there's this down cut area, it's a down cutter. But if you look at the very bottom, there's just about a 0.1 of an inch where it's going upward. So there's a transition in the direction of the spirals. Also, it has a bottom cutter as well. So that is an end mill. So the difference is on the compression bit, you can get your up-down cut work done. So here's why these are different. The upcut bit can be used more aggressively generally with cutting, but it's going to leave you tear out and chip out because of that upcut action at the edge of the cut. So if you're doing a finished profile cut, then you're likely going to get some of that tear out and then chunks around the corner. That's going to be a little messed up. So when you're using an upcut, it's good. It can clean out all that material, but you may want to make it and turn it into a pocket where you just have you rough out an area and then you come back in and just take a finished cut, like a little tiny thin spring cut, as we called it in machining. But the other benefit is if you're doing a pocket, it's got that clean bottom on it, so it'll make a clean cut on the bottom. That's the upcut. The downcut doesn't have the down cutter, so it doesn't have the bottom cutter, so you can see swirls sometimes in the bottom of that cut. And finally, the compression, well, it matches the two. It gives you the downcut at the top so you don't get the tear out, but it gives you upcut at the bottom. Then that upcut, if you're cutting all the way through, you're not going to get tear out at the bottom because it's doing a cut inward to the material. A downcut, if you're cutting all the way through, can give you some tear out at the bottom. So they're designed so you can eliminate tear out at the top and at the bottom. They call it a compression bit because you got the downcut spiral and the upcut spiral. You're compressing the chips into the middle where those two are meeting. All right. So with that bit, generally your feed rate is going to be a little bit lower. Generally. There, I think I explained it all well enough.
That was very thorough. All right. Yeah. Bob has a follow-up to last week's question. You can use copyrighted images in Easy Create. He did a Sully from Monsters Incorporated.
Okay.
Nice.
It didn't like Mickey Mouse, though. Did not like Mickey Mouse.
All righty. Let's see. I don't know if your explanation covered this, but or if I even see you guys. I have a brain blank from beginning to right now. I don't remember if we covered this or not. But Michael wants to know, how deep do I need to go to get the benefit of compression bits? I use them on plywood projects.
Okay. Well, so with a compression bit, not the right one, your start depth, so you got that little upcut area on it, that your start depth needs to be below that upcut area. All right, and that's how you get the best results. So you're still gonna, if you're doing it, asking for a cutout, okay. Yeah, so you just want it to start below the depth. So I don't remember what ours is, 0.15, I think it is. IDC Woodcraft compression bit is that upcut length. So your depth of cut needs to start below 0.15. If you use a Jenny bit, it's a 0.1.
Okay. And Splotch Paul is back. Can you do a first pass profile cut with a downcut and change to finish the rest of a pocket with an upcut? Would that cure the fraying?
So the downcut is going to eliminate your fraying, right? Chip out and tear out. So you can come back in with the upcut as long as you're staying on the same tool path and allow that cutter to make a nice finish on the bottom. Generally, when I do pocket cuts, I will leave, Liberty does this too, we'll leave a little bit at the bottom, maybe a 0.02 of an inch. And so you rough everything out, especially with the roughing tools, and then you come back in with your finishing tool and take in that last 0.02 of an inch. But sideways, you'll be fine if you switch that. Just make sure you give yourself a little bit of material to finish it off with. And generally, what I like to do is when I'm doing any kind of pocket, I don't do that offset spiral around unless I have to. I always follow the grain, except when I'm roughing. I go across the grain.
Okay. Dan wants to know, did you design all of your bits?
So I would start often with a basic design. Tooling company would I'd say, I want this bit, and then I will either give them a base design to start with, or they'll take their base design and send it to me, and then I'll test it out and I'll decide how I want it modified. So I don't do the heavy design work. I give them the profile of what I want, the concept, and then they'll design it up.
Okay. This next question, I already have the link ready for you. John wants to know how he can get a printed copy of your CNC setup checklist. Well, I'm about to throw that link in the chat now, so you can either print it yourself or shoot us an email and you still have to print it yourself.
Yeah, it'll be available to you as a PDF. That's for free. If you want the sticker, that comes in the mail when you're a first-time customer. And like I said, get that. Liberty uses that as her bit protector when she's taking the bit out of the machine.
Yep.
Set it underneath the bit so it comes down and has a nice little soft cushion.
That way all my little rounding bits and V-bits have a little bed to land on.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to also say, if you don't have a printer yourself, to get a printed version and you want a larger printed version, most libraries do free or like 10 to 50-cent prints, and you can just email them the file as well.
We've got Mark's top bits. His go-to bits for most things are 1/4-inch downcut end mill, 90-degree V-bit, and the 2-inch diameter surfacing bit. But I find I'm using my bowl bits a lot more often lately. Cool.
I don't use the bowl bit that much because I don't do bowl projects. But even if I do something like what Tommy did here, you know, a bowl bit could be used in here to give it a little rounded edge on the inside of the thing. If you want to have a rounded edge on the inside. So here's another thing that he did, right? So he didn't round over the project, he chamfered it. Got a 90-degree chamfer along the edge of it. So he did that all the way around. So that's another thing you can do.
Cool. I always love the screen name, Chili Bang Whiz. I am keen to try IDC bits. However, the OS postage is almost the same cost of the bit. If I purchase multiple bits, will the postage cost be the same?
Yeah, it's overseas postage.
So from our end, it generally doesn't jump but $1 or $2. And that's after adding several bits. But once you get to the duty fees is where that does affect, and it does change depending upon how many bits you order.
We have no control over that whatsoever.
Nope.
It sucks. We've talked many times about how do we overcome this. And Liberty did a buttload of research on shipping companies and how to work around it. And it's either the shipping company charges way too much, or they normal charges, but they add on we have no control over that.
But if you're in Canada, you can go through either Amazon or cncbits.ca.
Yeah.
And if you're in Mexico or I believe Brazil, we have expanded that direction for Amazon as well. So you do kind of have those other options. And then even sometimes our UPS, FedEx, and DHL companies will hand off to another delivery party, which, yet again, we don't have any control over that either.
Yeah.
We try, you guys.
Really, we really have. We know it's frustrating for everybody.
Yep.
So, all right. So I just want to remind y'all that Father's Day, Saturday and Sunday, the Edge Hugger clamps, these guys, we are doing 10% off as Father's Day special. So Saturday and Sunday. And when you see this banner on the website, you'll know it's active. Just make sure you hit the click now button. That will take you to the right space to get that.
While we're switching gears here, we got a couple more donations to show. Got a 25 from Terry, another 25 from G. Paul, prayers for the family. Greg Butts giving us a $20 super sticker. And MS Manuel, rest in peace, Swan, for another 25. So thank you all very much.
You guys are awesome, and we will send his wife something on behalf of his brother and sister CNCers.
Everybody here.
Yeah, that sucked when I got that phone call. That broke my heart. And I messaged both the girls as soon as I got that call too.
I will actually work on seeing if we can expand to the Amazon Australia. I will add that to the top of my list. Usually it's by need, so.
Right. Okay.
I'll add that on there.
Blaze has a new idea for us.
Uh-oh, that's scary. IDC shipping.
An IDC shipping company and candy company.
Maybe.
We got a building to buy yet.
That's true. All right, you guys. I think we're kind of winding down, but let's go ahead and do this giveaway.
All right. Hey, give a thumbs up to the video. That little thumbs up below the video hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the evening and like the smiles that the ladies gave you.
All right, let me go ahead and get this running. Welcome to all of our newbies, and thank you for sticking with us, hanging with us. As you can see, we're just a big old family here. We do a Wednesday night giveaway, and
Before you do that,
oh,
let's handle this one.
Sorry, I keep asking, but I just ordered the tramming bar. Good for you. Can you mount a dial indicator to this? I'm sure at that distance it doesn't matter. Guess what? You can. And guess what?
Do we have that launched?
Huh?
We don't have it launched yet, do we?
No, I've got to build the product listing. I still
Okay.
have to build that out and get the labels in. But yes, we're getting dial indicators and the little attachment pieces that go on the dials and hooked to the tramming bars.
Yep. So we're putting it. Yep. So just keep your eye out. We will have it. We will announce it here too when we have the indicator available.
Heck yeah. Sweet.
Sweet.
All right, you guys. So here is the lovely little code that you are going to enter in the YouTube chat if you would like to be entered in our lovely giveaway. And just for those of you who can't see the bottom of the screen very well, here you go. So
I want to see my name go across.
So what are we giving?
We're going to have 2 winners tonight. Then you only have to enter this lovely phrase once because it will only pick up once.
All right. Are you going to tell them what we're giving away, or are you just going to wait?
I don't know. It's something that's really easy you can use for something else.
Julianne likes to keep us on the edge of her seat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not going to tell you until you win.
Sean, you got a T in there. You got a T in there, not an E.
So
Some of you guys, I think, get excited and start really
Typing so fast.
Yep.
Yep, like Jack right here has the 3. He forgot to hit the shift.
Yep.
Yep.
Try it again.
Put your hashtag in there, Jack. And I answered as well. I think Liberty did too. If she didn't, she will. And if our names come up, then that means something will change with whatever's going on. And Julianne will be able to call a shot on that one too.
Yep. Now, you guys, we can't give away the big stuff until next week when Liberty and Garrett are gone. Keep it down.
Oh boy!
Save the good stuff.
Yeah. Liberty won't be here next week, and I likely won't be here next week. So we are working on a host to run the show.
I'll be in California. Oh.
Yeah. Of course, Julianne will be here.
I'm always here.
Did you?
Yep, it's whatever vehicle you leave in your garage, Garrett. It's going to be gone.
Garrett's couch.
The couch, the alt mill, the long mill, the tractor too.
Oh, not the tractor.
It's all going.
The mean rooster.
You can have all my limbs, but you can't have the tractor.
The alt mill fixing the Bronco, right? We'll have to see.
That would be a good
Some
name.
dismantling required.
That'd be a good name for a CNC machine, the Bronco.
I've got the code for the shop. We'll sneak in.
All right. I'm talking to Kate. If she can make it, then she will be the one that's running the show next week.
Yes.
Is Cody in here? No, Julian is channeling her inner crazy Eddie.
Inner crazy me.
You remember that store? Was it a store, Crazy Eddie's? You guys probably won't remember that. But I know it was on the East Coast. There was a store called Crazy Eddie. I think it was an electronics store. And it was, TV commercials. And the Crazy Eddie and the guy that talked, he would always talk crazy. Anybody remember that?
You better chain up everything before you leave. Oh, hey, Cody.
Hey, Cody. I was supposed to call him yesterday or the day before, and I forgot.
How many M&Ms come with the big stuff?
Are we talking the machines or are we talking giant orders?
Okay, David remembers Crazy Eddie.
That's too funny.
And so does.
All it's got me thinking about now is the Backrooms movie.
So does LK. Remembers Crazy Eddie.
Didn't he go bankrupt? Oh dear.
No wonder bankrupt. Yes, M&M's. It's been a good night. What do you guys think? Oh,
I think so too. We
Yes,
just got another 50 from Howard McCall for in remembrance of Swan.
Swan. So for those of you who weren't here, we lost his CNC brother last week to cancer. His name is Swan. He hung out in the chat every Wednesday. So y'all, when he announced to the group that he had gallbladder cancer, you all started donating to him, and so we matched donations. So we sent him like $1,200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, bankrupt.
Oh man. Do any of you still have the electronics that you purchased at Crazy Eddie's?
Anybody remember the commercials for Spatula City? I
Remember
do
Circuit City?
not. I do not.
Those
Yeah.
we're saving people one M&M at a time.
Yeah. Your sugar is low.
Good deal, Larry. And David, thank you for the $49.99 super sticker.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Swan's that'll go to Swan's thing. Liberty, you got a little compliment here. So a video and nice work on across the board.
Yes, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that.
Ooh.
She's doing good with these videos, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy Garrett.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's Crazy Julianne, Crazy Liberty before it's Crazy
Oh,
Garrett.
Lord. Charles, do you mean like the green stamps at the grocery store that you save up for stuff?
That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head went, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So Crazy Eddie went to prison for accounting fraud,
Oh, gosh.
securities fraud.
Chewy.
All right. Well, is it time?
All righty, you guys.
Another sugar low saver.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Sweet and Low.
Such an aftertaste.
No thanks.
We got that storm right above us right now. That's our show.
Yes. It was rolling in as we were exchanging the kiddo.
Good grief. Oh, we got Doggone Productions with another $20. I'm losing losing my voice here. I usually talk this much.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you,
You
guys.
guys are just awesome. We're matching this, so next week Julianne will report to you.
Yeah, I will make sure to let you guys know. All righty. All
Ready
right.
to roll?
I think we're ready to
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, Indiana.
All right, we have 226 people entered in this lovely drawing. 227. Now we will draw 2 times. Don't get excited until you see the confetti. All right, you guys.
I'm ready. And last week I'm doing a drum roll with my sore fingers. So it was hard to do.
Oh my gosh.
All right, here we go. 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 And
Dave.
Bianco.
That's a long screen name.
It is 2449. Dave, congratulations! Woo!
All right, hold on. I'm almost done writing this down. Dave, to claim your winnings, Head over to idcwoodcraft.com. Find that contact us page. Make sure the subject is Wednesday winner or
Yes, you
hey,
did.
Julianne or something.
Yeah.
And then I will just need your first, last name and your email address for this one because you have just won yourself an IDC Woodcraft gift card.
Away.
Shopping spree.
They put in their I won.
Awesome. Now let's give it our second winner the same fun, wonderful, fantastic feeling. Here we go. Winner number 2.
All right. Oh, gotta get that drum roll. I'm actually getting pretty good at this drum roll. Yeah, the winner.
Yes.
Cherokee has been with us for a long time, hanging on the live show. Congratulations, Cherokee. Woo.
Awesome. Same deal here because I keep records. Please shoot on over to that contact us page. Like, even if I know you guys, even if I know your names, I still need it in my email somewhere to keep track of it. So
she is a record holder, record keeper.
very, very awesome. Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah, totally. All right, with that, folks, we are going to check out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Next week, we don't know who's going to be the main CNC host here, but Julianne will be the other person here. I won't be here, and Liberty won't be here. She'll be going to California. I'll be doing my thing. All right, y'all.
In the sun, baby.
Yep, I love you, and we will see you. Well, you just be here next week. See what happens. We'll see you.